Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to add custom column to your data table in Power Query. So I have, and also I will also be talking about few of the functions on the Power Query editor, like adding, choosing columns, go to column function, and also how to remove rows, how to add rows, and also how to sort the data. So let's get started. I have a table data here that is employees table, and I have already loaded this into Power Query Editor. So I'll just go to data and queries and connections, and I will click on the employees table. That is the first table. So this opens the Power Query Editor. So here I'm going to add a column. I'm going to add a custom column to this table, right? So how should I do that? So on the top corner of the Power Query Editor, you can see add column here. So under this add column, you can add a custom column, right? So this is how you can add a custom column. So custom column is not a built-in column. It's actually a column which we will be able to create on the Power Query Editor to the table. So let me click on custom column. And when I click on custom column, I get this window where I need to specify what is the name of the column. And here I'm going to write the formula for the column. So basically this custom column is a conditional column. So what I do here is I write a if condition. So if my score. So once you just start a square braces, you'll get the list of all the columns in the Power Query table. So I'll choose the score column. So if score is greater than or equal to 80, then the performance column will be high, right? Else, if this, again, I click on brackets, square brackets, and I'll get a list of all the columns. I choose score. If score is greater than or equal to, so less than or equal to 60, then it is medium, and else it will be low. So when I do this, you can see here that my column data has been decided. My performance has been decided. So anyone with a score with 80 and above is told as high, and anyone with, sorry, let me make it, yeah. So here you can see that I have slightly changed this column. So any score which is greater than 80 will become the high score, and if any score is greater than or equal to 60, then it becomes the medium score, and rest of it will be taken as low, right? So if you could see that when I clicked on this add custom column option on the applied steps, if I click on this, I will get a different kind of window. Yeah, so this is the Power Query automatically detecting this particular column as a conditional column. Therefore, it will already build this if statement, that is, if score is greater than 80, then it is high, and else if score is greater than or equal to 60, then it makes us medium, and else if none of these conditions are true, then it goes to low. This is a slightly different approach. Here the Power Query gives you to edit, right? So it automatically detects this as a conditional column, and hence it gives you the statements where you can be able to edit the column, right? So let me go ahead and rename this step. I will give a meaningful name, that is add performance column. So this is how we can add a custom column in the Power Query editor. So let me take you through the rest of the uh, functions in Power Query editor. I have few functions here where I'll be able to choose columns or go to columns. So let's see. For this, I'll be using the customers table. I will show you this on the customers table. So this is the customers table I have, where I have the customer name, email, phone, address, and order details. So what I do here is I choose the columns. I click on choose columns and I will see that I want only a selective columns, right? For example, here all the columns are checked. So I don't want all these columns. I want only few columns, that is order ID, customer ID, and email. I don't want phone. I want address, and I will uncheck order details, right? So if once I do that, only the columns which are checked by me, only that columns will be visible for you on the editor. The rest of the columns, the Power Query editor will omit. Okay, this is on the choose column. So what is the next option is go to column. So in this go to column, you can, as the name says, go to column. So it is like you can select the column where you want to navigate, and you can click on OK. Here I want to navigate to email column. I'll click on OK and see this particular column is highlighted. So go to column basically is very straightforward. It will just let you to navigate between the columns. You can also do that using a simple mouse click, right? So next we'll move on to remove columns. So in the remove columns, I will show you how to remove certain columns. So here, so you can see here the order, the customer ID column I had selected, and I clicked on remove column option. So what happened was that the customer ID column was removed from this table, right? But I want to undo it. So I will go to the applied steps and I will click on this cancel step, and I will get back my data. So this is how you can remove columns, right? So this remove columns will remove only the column which you have selected. Next let's go to the remove other columns. So in remove other columns, I will choose customer name, customer email, phone number. So how can you select these multiple columns is by using the control and left click on the mouse, right? So in this way, you will be able to select multiple columns on the table. So I'm instead of deleting and removing these columns, I want to remove the other columns which I have not selected. So what I do is, after selecting the required columns what I need, so I will go ahead and click remove other columns. So here you can see the other columns have been deleted, right? So leaving only my customer name, email, phone, and address. So while again, I don't want this step right now, so I will just go to the applied step and remove it. So this is just to show you how exactly the remove columns work. Next, how to reduce rows. In the reduce rows section, you have two options: keep rows and remove rows. So keep rows, what exactly does this do? If you click on keep rows, you have some options here like keep top rows, keep bottom rows, keep the range of rows, keep duplicates, and keep errors. This is a very straightforward approach. So keep top rows I'll first show you how to do the keep function. So keep top rows, the number of rows you want to keep in the data table here. So I want to keep only 5 rows out of the 8 rows here. So I'll click on 5 and click on OK. So you can see only my rows in the table is 1 to 5, right? So next is keep bottom row. So when I click on keep bottom row, it's just the reverse of keep top rows. I will tell Power Query that I don't want these number of rows from the bottom. So I don't want 2 rows from the bottom. So I'll click on OK. Then it deletes the two rows from last two rows, and it gives you the top two rows of the table. So it will retain only the bottom two rows and it will remove the top rows, right? So only two rows have been maintained and rest all the rows have been deleted. So this is about the keep last rows. Now let me uncheck these steps and get back to my data. I'll show you how to do the keep range of rows. So once you click keep range of rows, you can give the first row. So range is nothing but what is the start row and what is the end row of your data. So the first row, I want the first row to be the third row, and from there I want the consecutive three rows. So once I click on enter, you can see that the 3, 4, 5. Earlier, this particular row was third row, fourth row, fifth row. Now it's become the first row, second row, and third row, and rest all the rows have been removed. And only this range of rows have been retained by the Power Query editor. Right? So let me go to other two options, that is keep duplicates and keep errors. So this particular option is very straightforward. It keeps only the duplicates of the column, and keep errors will keep only the columns where you have the errors, right? And as it is straightforward, let me move on to the next one. So next is the remove rows, which is very similar to keep rows. Remove rows will let you remove the top rows, bottom rows, alternate rows, duplicate rows, blank rows, and remove errors. So top rows, similar to keep top rows, this will let you to remove the top rows. When I click on remove top row and I will click on 1, so my top row 1 will be deleted, or it will be removed. Remove bottom rows. Remove bottom row will remove my bottom rows. That is, I want two rows from the bottom of the table to be deleted. So 108 and 100 by 3, 107 and 108 will be removed. So this will be removing the bottom rows. In the same way, remove alternate rows. So if I keep remove alternate rows, I need to give which is the first row I need to remove. My first row to be removed is let's give 2, and number of rows to remove is 1, and number of rows to keep is 1. So let's see how this is done. So first row to remove is 2, that is 103 has to be removed. Number of rows to be removed is 1. After 103, 104 to be removed, and number of rows to be kept is 105. So let's click, and here you can see that I had given an option where 103 had to be removed, 104 to be retained, and 105 to be removed. So I got this as the final result. So this is about the remove alternate rows. So in the same way, if in case your column has got duplicate rows, just select this column and click on duplicates. It will remove the duplicates rows from your table. In the same way, you have remove blank rows. Remove blank rows will also allow you to remove blank rows from your column. So how you can do that is you can select the column and you can go to remove. This will remove the blank rows from your column, right? So if you want this to be done on multiple columns, so use the control option, control key on your keyboard, control and mouse left click. And this lets you select multiple columns, and then you can go ahead and use any of these remove options, right? Similarly, coming to remove errors will also do the same thing. The only thing is that it's going to remove the errors from the column rows, right? So this is about the remove rows. And one thing last I want to talk about in this video is the sort function. You can see a small window here where in this ribbon I have two options, that is sorting option. There are two sort options, sort ascending and sort descending. So anyway, I can select the column where I want the sort to happen, and I can give customer name as the column, and I'll select this and I'll click on sort. Here you can see my data is sorted now, right? If I want to sort another column as well, I can go and click that another column and give descending, and you can see my column will be descending, right? So in this way, you can go about and do the sort function. So this was about how to add custom columns, how to choose columns, how to remove columns, how to keep rows in your data table, and how to remove the rows from your data table, and also sort functions. So I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Do wait for my next videos. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.